The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Carr. Rolling to his right. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw his Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete to Hollins. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Carr again. The left side throw complete to Adams. And a tackle going to be made at the 38. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Bolden. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Carr now on first down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. As they come up now, second and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The kick by Joseph is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Joseph now to kick this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On play action, it's Carr. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Mac Hollins, 46 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 33 yards that time. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Now Cousins on fourth down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Here comes Rager. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play action now. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the 30 on second down. Carr, throw left side complete. That's Adams. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The final shot here before half for Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller as time expires in the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 66 yards. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. On 2nd down, Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Vikings have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Now a give to the first man through, and that's Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's another carry for the fullback Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. On the give, this is their fullback. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on third down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
Carlson able to put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Cook again. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They try again with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Vikings have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Carr. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Carr to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.